Happy ho-ho, mofos. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. And all that good shit. We're just going to drop you a little bonus episode here, and we hope you like it. We're just going to maybe talk about some darker side of Christmas, if that's okay with you. All right, see you in a minute.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
It's alive!
I was with you.
They're coming to get you.
God of Christ.
This is
Me?
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
How's it going, Matt?
It's going fantastic, man. How are you doing?
I'm ready to get the holidays over with already. They're still technically like a week away right now as we record this, but yeah, it's been a bear.
My bank account's in a lot of pain right now.
Oh my God, yes.
As the kids get older, their presents get ridiculously
exorbitantly, yeah. More
do you want
expensive.
to open 10 gifts, or do you want what you want? Because you're only going to get about 3.
I'm in the same boat. Definitely the same boat. Yeah. Just can't wait. We're right around the corner from like, I think I want a car for Christmas, Dad. We're right.
Yeah, that's getting close to my daughter. She's getting older. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey,
I think
you're going to have to get a job.
Yeah, that's what I told mine too. So, what do you know about the Krampus?
Quite a bit, actually.
Oh, maybe. Well, you'll be able to correct me on this. I've seen the movie.
That movie, yeah.
Yeah.
The way they made him look in that movie was pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty badass. Yeah. But I didn't really know how it originated, the whole thing. So I did a little bit of research. It's not a lot, but I got some stuff here for people that may not know. Krampus, popular Central European folklore, is a half-goat, half-devil-like creature that punishes the bad little children at Christmas time. Supposed to have a mangled face with bloodshot eyes, furry black body, giant curled horns coming out of his head. Often is described as having one human foot and one cloven foot, which I didn't know. I thought they just had 2 cloven feet, but
No, that part's weird.
yeah. Derived from the German word Krampen, meaning claw, Krampus is thought to have been part of pagan rituals for the winter solace. Is that correct? Sound right?
Solstice.
Okay. I have soulless written down here, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm soulless. Typo on my bad. Said to be the offspring of, is it Hel, H-E-L, Norse god of the underworld. And then after Christianity spread throughout the world, he became attached to Christmas, despite many efforts from the Catholic Church trying to ban it.
Of course.
According to the legend, Krampus and Saint Nicholas are said to visit the homes of children on December 5th, also known as Krampusnacht, meaning Krampus night.
I like that.
Saint Nicholas rewards the good children with gifts on the morning of Saint Nicholas Day, which would be December 6th. And then Krampus leaves coal and birch sticks, often beating the children who are naughty with the sticks and the branches. If the child is bad enough, Krampus will eat them or put them in his sack to take them back to hell.
He's got like a big sack on his back that he drops the children.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's pretty badass. That's pretty mental.
It's just to make your kids be as good as possible.
Oh, yeah.
It's gone from you won't get any gifts now to, well, this demon will drag you to hell if you're not doing what you're supposed to.
You better get your shit together, kid. So apparently, like many Austrians, Europeans, they have been exchanging these Krampuskarten, greeting cards, featuring Krampus since like the early 1800s. And they're not like, Merry Krampusstein. It's like, it shows various scenarios of Krampus stuffing distressed children into his sack, preparing to hit one with a bundle of sticks, going after children with his sticks, leading them away in chains, or carrying them off in his sack.
Yep.
Also, some of the cards I found had like a more adult theme, depicting very scantily clad women. And some cards, Krampus is portrayed as a large woman, whipping tiny men with her birch sticks and carrying them off in her satchels.
See, I think there is actually another Christmas thing that neither one of us are covering. Though that's a giant woman that would eat the children.
Okay, this might be an offshoot.
See, I don't remember which one that's from, but mine will go into yours too as well. So
yeah. In Austria, they hold a parade every year called a Krampuslauf. My
sounds
German.
like a blast.
Yeah, participants dress up like Krampus, many wearing traditional masks made of wood that are hand-carved by specialist artisans. And many of the masks made often wind up in museums, either like folklore museums or ones devoted strictly to Krampus. Over 1,200 people dress up as Krampus and gather in Schmalming, Styria.
You nailed it. I think that was absolutely because I have no fucking idea.
I don't either. I'm taking a stab. It's in Austria, but they all dress up like Krampus and they carry around these bundles of sticks. They use them as switches and they swing them around at all the people in the crowd. And then I guess most of these people are all drunk off their asses on schnapps.
That's how. Yeah, I think that's how that works. The peppermint will keep you warm.
Yeah. So, and the only other cool thing I found about Krampus was that between 1934 and 1938, when Austria was under like Nazi rule, they banned Krampus. Like any Krampus cards, anyone dressing up like Krampus, any celebrations. They thought it was sinful and full of anti-Christian ideals.
Of course they did.
Of course they did. Yeah, fucking Nazis. But the only other thing I found is like, in more modern times, it's become more commonly known in like the U.S. You get the movies, and there are some of these festivals like on the West Coast out in L.A. that they will do on December 5th, where people dress up like Krampus and beat each other.
I didn't know it was a December 5th thing.
That's the Krampenstein? Krampus? Krampenstein? I don't know. The puppies.
It's Krampenstein.
Okay, if you say so. You say so.
I was just doing some young Frankenstein shit.
No, it's Krampusnacht. Krampusnacht.
Knocked.
Krampusnacht.
It's the best I'm going to do, I think.
Yeah.
Train all day.
The only other thing I've got, Matt, is I found a cool little creepypasta written by this gentleman named Jake Wick called A Krampus Carol. You would like
rock and roll. Okay. Yeah.
If there was anyone to be found on Santa's naughties list, it was surely Cindy's older sister, Maddie. Cindy was 8, and Maddie was 3 years more, and had never said a nice thing to Cindy in her life, or so it seemed. Cindy's my favorite. Cindy's so pretty. Cindy this, Cindy that. Those are the words from Maddie's mother that rang in Maddie's head. Though every day of the year, but especially around Christmas time when Cindy was talking sweetly of gift giving and decorating and loving her family and friends. Cindy was sweet, but it was authentic. And she really wanted to be loved by Maddie the way she loved Maddie herself. Since Cindy was a baby, Maddie just hadn't liked her. Some of Cindy's earliest memories revolved around the constant sideways looking she would receive from Maddie, the passive aggression, the endless competitions for mom's affection. Cindy was always the one to receive it, but on certain days she would ask her mother to pay Maddie some attention too. "Oh, your sister's fine," her mother would say. "Your sister's getting plenty of attention." And then after saying this, her mother would usually give Maddie a half-hearted pat on the head and then go right back to giving Cindy all the affection a child would ever need. it left a hollow place in Cindy. And when she tried to give Maddie the love she so desperately needed, Maddie would shun Cindy as if Cindy were a leper. Now this year, Maddie had been extra bitter. Perhaps it was the additional attention garnered to Cindy for her performance of the school's Christmas play. Or maybe it was the way Mom constantly bragged about Cindy's acting. "She's the next Meryl Streep, I'm telling you," Cindy's mother would brag. But whatever the reason was, Maddie took every chance she saw to torment her younger sister. Cindy woke up one morning with gum in her hair. Another day she found out she was wearing underwear. Her underwear were soaked in honey. Her favorite dolls would go missing. The TV in her room, which Maddie wasn't allowed to have, was constantly unplugged. Yet Cindy's desire for her sister's acceptance continued through the month of December. She continued to be kind. She persisted in giving Maddie compliments when Mother did not. The gift that was at the very top of Maddie's Christmas list was a brand new makeup kit. Cindy made sure that she would be the one to give it to her on Christmas morning. Despite all this, Cindy had a wear and tear from all of Maddie's torments throughout the month, and it came to a breaking point on Christmas Eve. The family sat at the Christmas Eve dinner table and ate ham and mashed potatoes and Christmas cookies. Cindy's mother had been bragging shamelessly all night long about Cindy's acting. There was no mention of Maddie at all, not at any point. Maddie was stewing, and Cindy could see it. At one point, through all of the bragging and praising and gloating, Maddie chimed in. "I don't think Cindy's acting is that good," she said, matter-of-factly. It was as though a bomb had gone off in the room. Everyone looked at Maddie like they were unsure they'd heard correctly. It was a black blasphemy. "What kind of a thing is that to say?" asked Mother. Maddie shrugged. "I don't know," said Maddie. "I just think you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, she's decent." Of all the memories of Maddie's torments began to broil and fester in Cindy's mind. And now here was Maddie, disparaging Cindy at the dinner table in front of the entire family, in front of all the aunts and uncles and cousins and friends. "At least I'm good at something," Cindy blurted, and just like that, Maddie retracted into a pit of shame. Cindy's words ringing true and humiliating. Mother added fuel to the fire by shrugging at Maddie in a matter-of-fact manner. "Your sister's got a point," said Mother. Cindy felt horrible as she watched Maddie sulk and trudge off towards the bathroom like a beaten dog. Cindy hated the power she held in her hands. That night, everyone hunkered down in their beds and waited for Santa to leave his gifts below the tree. But Cindy had trouble sleeping. It was midnight now. Cindy rarely found herself awake at this hour, but she knew why. Cindy removed her covers and hopped out of the bed and tiptoed across her room. She was careful not to wake anyone. She opened her closet and grabbed Maddie's wrapped gift. She tiptoed down the dark hallway and dragging her fingers along the wall so as not to stumble around in the dark. Can't read today, Matt.
Zoolander. Zoolander school.
People who can't read good and stuff. Jesus H. I mean, Jesus H. All right, where was I?
Stumbling across the floor.
"I'll give Maddie her gift and tell her I'm sorry and tell her I love her," Cindy thought to herself. "That's what I'll do, and she'll be happy, and she'll forgive me, and maybe she'll even say she loves me too." When Cindy arrived outside of Maddie's door, she heard strange shuffling noises coming from inside. Perhaps Maddie was preparing another prank for Cindy. No matter. Cindy was going to walk in and give Maddie her present and try to make amends. Cindy opened the door just a crack. She was careful not to startle Maddie. It was so dark inside the room, and she couldn't see a thing. But she could hear a great deal of shuffling inside the room. Cindy stared in the room for quite some time, patiently waiting for her eyes to adjust to the gloom. When her eyes adjusted, she saw an empty bed. She saw Maddie's wide-open window. She saw a 7-foot figure standing in the shadows. She saw the rounded cage upon its back, and she saw Maddie sitting in the cage like a frightened bird. As Cindy's terrified eyes further adjusted to the dark, she saw the figure more clearly. It had a goat's head with large horns on top. Its eyes were red and impish and hostile. It wore a suit much like Santa Claus, and even had jingling sleigh bells hanging from the ends of its garments. Cindy stood frozen with fear as the creature glanced at her and gave her a nod and a wink. The creature made its way towards the window. As it did, The last Cindy saw of her sister was a look of fear and sadness and regret. And then the creature left as Cindy stood there with a present in her hand. Down the chimney he will come with his great big grin, and you'll find that even the kitties are very liable to sin. What will Krampus say when he finds someone sinning? What will Krampus say when he hears them sinning? So be good, little boys and girls. Oh, Krampus, come get your ass. I don't know. I thought that was pretty good.
That's not bad. That's a good story about it. Like I said, that movie that they had redone, this last one, it's been a few years ago, but I thought it was decently made. I really liked the way they made Krampus look. He was pretty badass. Yeah. But I will see your anti-Santa half-goat demon, and I will raise you.
A murderer?
a Satanist child-eating serial killer who lives in the woods and dresses like a fucking scarecrow.
I mean, damn. I thought we were just fucking around.
Hans Trapp.
Who was it, Trapp?
Folklore of Alsace and Lorraine regions of France. He was said to be 6'6", with long black hair and a long black beard, with super scary eyes. He was super wealthy and powerful, and he was so powerful that to get more powerful, he started making deals with the devil.
Deals with the devil.
And so he got big time into the occult and stuff. And when this was learned by the Catholic Church, well, he was banished by the Pope.
Well, yeah,
So all of his money and holdings were taken from him, and he had to go out to live in the woods. He moved to the forest. He built him a home out of wood and mud. And the longer that he stayed there, the more insane he became. He got into the occult more, but it wasn't to get his power back. What he wanted now was revenge on everybody that banished him from what he had. So he also, crazy enough, he also desired, he had this intense desire to eat flesh.
Oh.
Mostly that of children, to get back at the townspeople because they didn't support him.
It's like veal, it just tastes better.
I think that must be the reason. So he would dress as a scarecrow. He would stuff straw inside of his coat, up into his hat, and he would stand next to a road in a field, pretending to be a scarecrow. Well, one day, a townsboy, about 10 years old, comes walking by, and he jumps up off what he's hanging on, and he stabs the boy with a stick, killing him.
Did he say, "Oh, it's a trap"?
No. I don't think so. It's Hans Trapp. So he takes him back to his makeshift little hut that he has made, cuts him up into bits, and starts roasting him. Right when it gets to the point where Hans is going to take his first taste of human meat, God sends down a lightning bolt and kills him. Because that's where he draws the line. Killing the little boy was okay.
But just couldn't eat him?
But you're not allowed to eat him.
You can look, but you can't eat.
So Hans is dead, but forced to spend his afterlife with Santa. He's got to follow. So it's going to follow the exact same thing that yours has. He's got to follow Santa around, make sure the kids know what right from wrong, so that they don't end up like him. So he would beat him with the reeds like Krampus did, and all the other. There's there's 5 or 6 different other ones that I had read going through the internet looking up stuff. But
yeah, I saw a bunch of, especially like Eastern European.
Yeah. But they all follow kind of the same thing of what Krampus does. But the true story is Hans von Trotha lived from 1450 to 1503. He was a German knight and a marshal, and he had 2 castles in the South Palatine Forest, and had a feud with the Weisenberg Abbey because they felt that one of his castles should belong to them, and he was like, "Nah, get the fuck out of here. I need 2 castles." So what Hans did was he blocked off the river. He dammed up the river to keep their water flow from coming through.
Oh.
Yeah, trying to shut down the town.
Yeah.
Well, when they found out about it, Hans was like, yeah, break the dam then. And when they did, it flooded the town. Fucked him even more. So he was later exiled by the Pope again. So this guy they hated so much.
Excommunicated.
They hated this guy so much that they made a whole Von Trapp. That's where it comes from. That's the guy that they blame for everything.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. So they turned him from just some dude that kind of wiped out a town into a serial killer, child-eating Satanist. Once the Catholic Church gets a hold of you back in the day, you are fucked.
You're fucked. Yeah. Hey, man, I hear the same thing could be true today in some circumstances.
No way. No, it certainly doesn't happen ever.
Oh.
It certainly doesn't happen today. I was wondering, I was like, I didn't go on and search it, but I was like, how has there not been a Hans Trapp movie? Because, I mean, just the whole scarecrow thing is fucking pretty badass.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was forced to wander the earth as a half human, half scarecrow after, God got mad at him not because he killed the child, because he was going to eat him.
That sounds like a way more evil Batman villain than the actual scarecrow.
Yeah.
Batman.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like they just wanted to make this person's history, like whatever anybody finds out about this guy in the future.
You Fred's town, fuck you. Yeah.
And then, I said, there was a giant woman that used to eat children if they fucked up. So I forget what her name was, but I think that was either German or
has to be German. Those are the most.
I think they get the roughest on shit.
Yeah. Because they are the naughtiest.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to work on that accent. I don't think I can pull that one off.
9.
I can do that.
Well, Matt, I mean, this is a quick one, but like I said, this is for everybody that listens. It's just we're saying, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and stuff.
Whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate, just have a good time.
Yeah, that's
about the easiest way to do it, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And we look forward to spending more time with you next year.
Hell yes, keep the reviews and stuff coming in. Got stories, keep them coming in. We love it all.
Amen. Can't get enough.
Can't thank you enough either.
No, can't thank you enough either. All right, guys, we'll see you next year. Adios.
Later.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
It's alive!
I was with you.
They're coming to get you.
Christ.
This is Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.